What is up, my dudes? Mtashed here, back again with another video. I'm just gonna say video because we are starting a new series here called Hoyoverse News. And of course, because you got Hoyo Boy here, we're gonna talk about every single Hoyoverse game that's out right now or is coming out, and we're gonna talk about the news. So let's go ahead and get started. So our top story of the night comes from Genshin Impact, where Hoyoverse released the newest Sumeru trailer featuring new enemies and leaked characters that have been of big importance to the Genshin Impact community. We get to see Alhamtheim, which I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, so my apologies. Nilo, Tighnari, Cyno, who we haven't really seen since the first trailer where it talked about all the different regions. And of course, we got to see the Dendro Archon herself, Kusanale. Obviously, we won't see any of these characters for a little bit of, forever. Not really forever, but you get what I mean. But we're not going to see these characters for a while. But one character in particular that didn't show up that a lot of people have been talking about is Scaramouche. And of course, we know about Scaramouche being in the Harbingers trailer. So it's pretty apparent that they got something big planned for him. And I think that not showing him off in any way, shape, or form in these Sumeru trailers are kind of an indicator of what's going to happen. So we're going to see obviously later on. Our next story is that the day, this is being released on a Friday, you get what I mean. Wednesday, they released the information for version 2.8 part 2, which we kind of already knew because again, when it comes to, Hoyoverse, they do these little, get together special events where we talk about the new versions, but they went ahead and released the banner details for Yoimiya. Now, Yoimiya is going to have Bennett, Xinyan, and Yunjin, all great units in their own right. So this is going to be a pretty stellar banner. But what isn't really stellar is, of course, the weapon banner, which you see here. Now, of course, Thundering Pulse is one of the best bows in the game. Unfortunately, it has to stand up against Summit Shaper. So you have a 50-50% chance of getting either something good or something absolutely terrible. So my apologies to all you out there that are, wanting Thundering Pulse. If you summon on this banner, you may have some problems. But I always say don't summon on weapon banners. Now, of course, we're also going to talk about the other stuff that's coming with version 2.8 part 2, which we already know about. The Reminiscent Regime and the mechanical or Evermotion mechanical painting event, which the latter, which is the regime, Reminiscent Regime, whatever you want to call it, you get to play co-op mode, while the Evermotion mechanical painting is more so kind of like the flower event that we had before. I'm very confused as to how this is going to go. I could look up leaks, but I've decided not to keep myself a good boy for the time being. That goes without saying that we also have another event out that goes alongside the Summertime Odyssey event, which is now Hidden Strife, and that started this week, where if you do multiple amounts of challenges on different modes, you could get various prizes, including, but not limited to, Primo Gems, EXP books, Mora, and even some weapon materials. The one thing about this, and that has basically the Genshin Impact community in an uproar, is that the costume for Diluc is featured, but not something that you can unlock. Now, part of me hates this, but part of me also understands, because a business standpoint is that you want to showcase the skin so that people will buy it. Now, I know Honkai Impact does a lot of different things compared to Genshin, but it's a good business strategy, although it sucks. I would suggest obviously getting that skin because he looks so dang cool in that skin. So, but not only that, like I said, we do have the Summertime Odyssey event, so you have plenty of events right now and here soon where you can get Primo Gems to get ready for the characters that are coming out in version 3.0. Now we're going to go from Genshin to Zenless Zone Zero, and this is going to be a little bit of a short story, but over with Zenless Zone Zero, we have signups for the Zenless Zone Zero tuning test being concluded as of the 27th. Now, if you signed up, you still have a chance to get in, obviously, but we don't know just yet. If you guys get into this beta or tuning test, please let me know in the comments below. Would love to, obviously, have a brotherhood of some sort. Now, I know there's obviously NDAs, don't tell me some stuff, but want to be happy for you guys who get into the beta. Now, of course, the biggest set of stories that we have outside of Genshin Impact is going to be from Honkai Impact 3rd. Now, Honkai Impact 3rd has a plethora of events that are about to start. Sorry, I'm doing something really quick. But they have a plethora of events that are going to start or have started. Take, for example, Arc Lightbound, which this event you get to follow along with... it's basically like Bronya, but with more like a KDA type style to her, which is really cool. I like this event so far, but you get a plethora of things as well, obviously, with as you know, Hoyoverse events go, including the fragments that you get for how do you say it? Bricio, I think it is the painter girl that just came out. So you could get the starry impression stuff for, or sorry, Gricio, I think that's how you say it. And you could get 40 of them to basically unlock the character if you haven't done her event in tandem. You can get crystals for summoning, and of course, Verdant Sky costume for the Twilight Paladin. Now, I still need to get the Verdant Sky stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do this event as a whole, and I highly suggest that you guys do as well. Now, on to another thing. We also have the Summery Tide costumes event that they announced as well as part of the celebration, where you could see that Seely here, right here, sorry, I'm still learning how to point properly, but Seely here has this wonderful costume, and of course, I believe it's other characters that have summertime costumes as well. I really like it. It's really cool. You know, there's not really much else that can be said. I don't know exactly how you acquire these yet. I will get more details to you as time goes on. And then, of course, we have supply events going on, two in particular that are going to be starting here shortly, with Silverwolf here, as you can see on the left side, is going to be the character in the main supply. And then, of course, we also have a sweet and spicy supply that is going to happen afterwards with Carol, who, if I'm reading this correctly, I have this information. Silverwing is going to be a ranged attacker with the ice as her element, and then the other supply character, Carol, is a mech type melee physical support character. So if you're lacking in those departments, guys, you have these two characters to work with. But then, of course, the big character that they announced for is their version 5.9, which is Vill-V, which, as you can see, she is a masterpiece. She is smoking, baby. I like this girl a lot. But she is the featured character of that celebration, and Vill-V will be the new S-rank Valkyrie coming to Honkai Impact the 3rd. And my word, she does look fun when it comes to her trailer. I did watch the trailer before, you know, getting into this, and my word, absolutely stunning. I love what she does. She sits on a cannon. It looks like she's going to be a ranged character, and she's going to be, from what I saw, fire element. Let's see. Let me make sure on my notes here. Yes, she is the fire element, which I love fire elements in games anyway, so that's really, really cool. And of course, our last story of the day is coming from Honkai Star Rail, and that is going to be a very small story, but they released a interview-style article for Herta, who is one of the characters in the beta that I played. Now, I can't go into any information really because I did sign an NDA until all of the information comes out about Herta, but I didn't get to play with her too much. I do know that she manipulates puppets and that she's the master of the Herta Star Station. So it's really, really cool. I like all the characters that they got going on here for all the different games. So, with that said, how did you guys like episode 1 of Hoyo News? I really want to make this a staple to the channel because I think that I can really get into all these games. They're a lot of fun in general, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun with it too. Let me know in the comments below. Do you guys like this Hoyoverse news thing? Do you like the Hoyo Boy? Or would you like me to go more news analyst type of style? Would you like that? I don't know. I would like to hear you guys' comments down below. But let me know. Love you guys to death, and we will catch you guys in the next episode of Hoyo News. Take care, everyone.